Prince's last Diddy recording played in trial.
The moment Prince's voice echoed through the courtroom, Diddy's composed exterior shattered. As the final recording of the legendary artist played, his carefully maintained demeanor gave way to visible shock, a ghostly testimony from beyond, the grave shaking the room to its core. On day 3 of this explosive trial, the unexpected evidence stunned everyone present, unveiling revelations with far-reaching implications and sending shockwaves through the heart of Hollywood.
He said he would get physical. The one male guy who did things with Diddy and Cassie said he witnessed him get physical. Don. So again, we talked about how the domestic charges aren't, what he's being, what he's on trial for. But boy, it's stacking up. I feel that the jury is going to take that into consideration.
The first Diddy party I went to was at Prince's house. So you want to go to Prince's house to the Diddy party where Tyrese is performing and Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher are swinging on swing. That is what's happening on the other side of the wall. And so the one thing that makes this party different than a Jamie Foxx party or any other celebrity party that wrangles a bunch of young women or guys or whatever too, is that Diddy didn't let you bring your security in.
Day 3 began like the 2 before it. Journalists scrambling for prime seats, celebrities slipping in through side entrances, and legal teams arranging papers with choreographed ease. But something felt undeniably different. The atmosphere was charged, almost electric. Security presence had doubled, with 4 officers now stationed directly behind Diddy's table, a move that hadn't occurred on previous days. A court insider later revealed there had been special instructions. That morning, though no official explanation was given. Still, Diddy walked in appearing calm and composed, dressed immaculately in a navy suit, flashing his trademark smile and nodding at supporters like a man fully in control. What he didn't seem to notice was the quiet flurry of activity at the prosecution table. 2 tech specialists setting up unfamiliar audio equipment and whispering with the lead prosecutor, who kept glancing at Diddy with barely concealed anticipation. Something big was coming, and only the prosecution seemed to know what it was. Rumors swirled across the courtroom. People were texting each other from opposite rows trying to guess the bombshell about to drop. Even the judge seemed to sense it, issuing a rare warning before proceedings began. Any disruptions would lead to immediate removal. The prosecution opened with a standard review of previous testimony, calm, methodical, almost lulling, until the lead prosecutor abruptly paused. Your Honor, at this time, the prosecution would like to present critical audio evidence recently authenticated by our forensic team. Holding a small black device, she approached the bench. The defense objected instantly, arguing lack of notice, but after a heated sidebar, the judge ruled in the prosecution's favor. The evidence was properly disclosed in discovery, he said, and gave them the green light. Then everything changed. The prosecutor faced the courtroom and said, "What you are about to hear is the final private recording made by Prince Rogers Nelson before his death." The room froze. Not a keystroke, not a whisper. Diddy's lead attorney grabbed his arm, and the color drained from his face. As the prosecution connected the device to the audio system, a silence fell over the courtroom so deep it felt physical. In that single breathless moment before Prince's voice began to play, the entire balance of power in the room shifted, and by the look in Diddy's eyes, he knew exactly what was coming.
I'm just trying to listen. I mean, there's a lot of this stuff that I've heard and seen already. I'm really trying to connect the dots here and think like, now, what if Prince was what if he caught wind of some, I can say allegedly, stuff that Diddy might have been doing that seems to be, I ain't talking about consensual things, I'm talking about illegal things or whatever. But I'm just like, would Diddy be that dumb to not think that Prince, this celebrity, has cameras in his house as well? So I'm just trying to think, because if Prince has cameras and he's recording stuff, to get some dirt on Diddy, I don't know. I feel like Diddy with all his cameras that he allegedly had, or no, they actually found cameras.
What you're about to hear was recovered from Prince's private vault, the prosecutor announced, sending a ripple of whispers through the courtroom as journalists scrambled and spectators leaned in. This wasn't just evidence. It was Prince himself, speaking from beyond the grave in a crystal-clear recording made just weeks before his 2016 death, never intended for public ears. Prince created this as insurance, the prosecutor explained, documenting what he witnessed firsthand. As his low, cautious voice filled the room, stripped of the charisma fans knew so well, the atmosphere shifted. A woman in the gallery covered her mouth and cried. "I'm making this recording because I don't know who to trust anymore," Prince confessed, pausing between breaths, his tone urgent and solemn. Then came the names, dates, and locations, with Diddy at the center. He described exclusive parties at Diddy's homes in the Hamptons and Miami, the same ones other witnesses had already detailed. As the accusations mounted, Diddy's expression faltered, his stare fixed, face drained of color, and his lawyers' whispered attempts to intervene ignored. What happens at these parties isn't just wrong. It's criminal, Prince warned, describing a December 2015 event in vivid detail, guests, rooms, and setups that matched the prosecution's claims perfectly. The courtroom held its breath. Even the judge leaned forward. Then, as Prince recalled, confronting Diddy, who laughed and told him to stay quiet if he wanted to keep working, the prosecutor paused the recording. The silence was deafening. Diddy sat motionless, hands trembling, his entire facade in ruins. A legal pad was placed in front of him in a futile attempt to shield him from the jury, but it was too late. Everyone had witnessed the exact moment his confidence shattered.